Can see.
Yep, we are recording. Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello. I see Carrie and Nancy and Rebecca here so far. As you are hopping on, you guys, we want to just go over a couple of housekeeping things. First of all, can you hear us? That's the most important thing. If you can type in the chat that you can hear us, that would be awesome. So if you don't know where the chat is, there should be a bar. Oh, thank you, Carrie.
Carrie hears us. Thank you.
Carrie
Thank
can
you.
hear us. Awesome. And yay, thank you so much. So as you're hopping on, we want to, what I love about social media and presentations like this is we all get to connect from all over the world. So
it's called the internet.
This is what I deal with, you guys.
Okay. And Carrie's at the pool with kids, so she's
Well, I think we can mute everybody, so no worries if you have background noise or whatever. We can make that go away. So as you're jumping on, though, we'd love to hear where you're tuning in from. Where in the world are you? And so let us know where you are from, where you're tuning in from, and then also. I want to hear what your struggles are. So what are you struggling with as it comes to getting a little bit older? What things would you love to improve upon in your life right now? So,
and also, what are the things that kind of you find interesting? I kid you not. I mean, the whole aging thing and the reputation of some of the scientists that we're involved with through Isagenix is pretty crazy as far as what they're discovering about what a miracle our bodies are. What are some of the things that you found interesting that you're reading about, following, want to read more about, want to follow more? We'd love to hear about that and just, exchange ideas going forward in future conversations.
Absolutely. And so what we're going to be covering tonight is we're going to go into a little bit behind the science of aging. That's a big topic that we certainly cannot cover all of it in 30 minutes, which is our allotted time that we are hoping to be done in tonight. But we're gonna go over the high level overview of the science of aging, and then also just talking about a couple of simple things that you can do to really help ensure that you are aging in the best way possible, as healthy as possible. And I heard something yesterday in a podcast I was listening to that it is, we're all living longer, right, because of the advancements in medicine and whatnot, but there's a difference between health span and lifespan.
Oh, I like that.
Yes. So health span is really what we're after, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. So without further ado, so Carrie says, I'd like to learn more about how to decrease wrinkles as we age.
Absolutely.
Right there with you.
And it's amazing what our body wants to do in terms of aging more gracefully. And Carrie, you just keep doing what you're doing for the most part.
Absolutely.
That's all I can tell you. Yeah.
Yes, and I'll definitely, Carrie, touch base with you after this, as I've got some good resources for you. But anyway.
And great comment there on increased injuries after workout.
Oh, yes.
And just making our bodies better, more powerful, recovering better is pretty amazing. And we'll hint at a couple of little stories and testimonials about people struggling and recovering better through some of the conversation.
Yep. So let's hop into this. You guys, we want to respect your time. Also, as we're going along, please type in the chat window any questions that you have along the way. We'll try to get to those either as we go along or at the end.
Yep.
So let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me get my, let me, 1 second here. And we are recording this, so in case you want to go back and review anything, we'll be sending out the replay as well.
Do you want to make that slideshow first?
I'm going to share this. And then here we go. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. What's aging you, the science of aging, and how doing just these two things can be a total game changer.
And we're so excited because you got some great friends who are really impacting a lot of lives just by bringing simplicity into something that we've known about for years, but it doesn't need to be complicated.
Absolutely. So we wanted to share real briefly a little bit about us and who the heck we are. I'm Tara Ballard.
And I'm Nick. And everyone needs to know, there in the corner behind me, behind the fence, that's my dog Ava.
That's Ava. Yeah, that's Ava, the German Shepherd. But so we, Nick and I have been together since 2003, 2002-ish. And we both, are going through this whole aging thing together. I'll be 50 this year. Nick will be 55 this year. And, along the way, as Nick started getting into his mid 40s and me into my early 40s, we realized that what we were doing at the time was not meeting our goals at the time. So I think for you, what were your goals at the time?
Well, I always wanted to be fit and active and feel, feel and perform better than a lot of people might at my age. And what had always worked suddenly wasn't working. And then I just saw a friend in the gym who I'd always known to be very fit. And then something just changed and she just took it to another level. And I started doing these short versions of a very healthy lifestyle that always had great results. But it wasn't until later, I would say, that I really started working it into a true lifestyle that didn't have a short begin and end date. And it's been a wonderful experience and always something good to come back to. In these pictures, this is in the last year or so where I had fallen off the wagon. And then with these simple type of changes that we'll be talking about, kind of got back to where I needed to be.
Yeah, and for me, it was more about, getting into my, early to mid 40s, just lack of energy, lack of recovery. What you're talking about with injuries and whatnot was my life. And, I was very big into fitness, very big into clean eating and health, but I was coming off a circuit of competing in fitness competitions and I was tired. I was tired of having to prep every single meal and eating 6 times a day. And my life revolved around food prep, Tupperware, and missing out on a lot of family events because I was so obsessed with food and the food that I had to get in and the food that I wasn't able to eat. So this lifestyle has not only just helped me physically, but it's helped me mentally as far as just my relationship with food and knowing that, gosh, I can enjoy those important family meals and it's okay, so it really helped make things a lot easier. And we're talking a lot about simplicity tonight, and that is exactly what it's all about. So let's jump into the science of aging. And Nick loves to talk about telomeres, so I'm going to let him take it away with the telomere talk.
And it really just comes down from just the sheer joy and pleasure of having spent a full weekend just one-on-one with Dr. Bill Andrews, who is just so incredibly well respected in the entire area of aging, and including just so many people who are they themselves are incredibly respected. What's your one friend's name that you just connected with who did the podcast? Who likes
Dr. Sandra Kaufman.
Google her, and then you'll see that she loves Bill Andrews. At any rate, Bill, he came to Winston-Salem, spent a couple of days with us, and just hearing him and the things that he's been involved with and the sheer genius of the man and what he discovered in terms of how these, not so much the telomere, that was discovered probably in the, I think, 70s in terms of, and its impact on aging, but what he discovered was what the body can do to release an enzyme, an activating enzyme, telomerase, to technically cause our telomeres to shorten less quickly or slow down. We're born with if you look up there, you see the little infant with a telomere that has no shred at the end of it. Then you see the little kids with the telomere that has just a little bit of an end, like that shoelace is loosened a little bit. And then down to at around 5 o'clock, you see the couple with quite a bit of tear. And then you see the person who's not able to walk on his own with really damaged telomeres. Well, the body can produce what is needed to keep that telomere from developing that raggedy appearance, which when that happens, our body is losing DNA and instructions and the power for that cell to stay healthy. Well, we are a part of a movement that is doing the right things with how we're fueling our body to allow ourselves to keep those healthy telomeres, keep them from getting like they are in this picture at 7 o'clock on the strands, which is, as Bill Andrews said, and you can kind of sum it up with this: when telomeres get short, which is the red part, bad things happen.
Yes, and just in case you've never heard of telomeres or what a telomere is, it truly is a sign of how well we're aging on the inside. So the shorter the telomere, the worse off you are. So the goal is to keep your telomeres as long as possible, for as long as possible. And
as Bill Andrews says, telomeres don't get short as we age. We age as our telomeres get short. Yeah.
And so the cool thing with Bill Andrews, and again, Nick had such a great opportunity to spend some one-on-one time with Dr. Bill, but he partnered with the company that we are partnered with to create this natural botanical formulation to help protect our telomeres. And up until that point, Dr. Bill had been creating formulations for other companies that were not natural. So, and a lot of things that they found in the lab that would actually protect telomeres were toxic to humans as well. So,
and they didn't think they could do it with, they had tried botanicals. They had tried actually some of the same ingredients and what John Anderson had presented to Bill Andrews, and they just did not believe it would be possible for him to help them find something that induced this telomerase. And John Anderson sent him stuff in like an initial test and was successful like out the gates. And now with our isogenesis that formerly known as Product B, it's only getting better, you guys. And they're finding more and more ways to allow our bodies. And again, the product's not the miracle, the body's the miracle. But what is wonderful about the product is that the formulation allows the body to get the nutrients and do the things that it needs to do to perform these miracles of slowing down the deterioration, if you will, of those telomeres.
And just so you know, John Anderson is there on the left, and he is the master formulator for a lot of the products that we're going to be talking about, or the company that we have partnered with for those products. And he has formulated many supplements over the years. He's pretty famous in the supplement world
for all kinds of companies.
For all kinds of companies, and then came out of retirement back in 2002 to start this company, and all natural, better than organic quality stuff. So it's all very cutting edge, but also very natural and freaking awesome is what it is. So as we talked about, you want to keep your telomeres as long as possible, for as long as possible.
And Carrie, there's your answer. Keep those telomeres short, baby.
Yeah.
Just get your isogenesis and isn't that just long telomeres? One thing I love from a friend of mine is anytime the short answer to your question, Carrie, might have been, oh, that's a telomere issue. Because telomeres, it really is it's at our DNA. It's at the very base level of what we are, and our bodies, our skin, everything that we are on the outside is a reflection of what we are on the inside.
And there are things that you are not a victim of your genetics, and more studies are coming out to show there's the science of epigenetics, which is basically environmental factors that affect how well you age and how well how your health is as you get older. And so much of it is environmental, and I'm not just talking about the air that we're breathing, I'm talking about our lifestyles. So are you healthy most of the time? Are you taking in healthy foods most of the time? Are you moving your body, as much as you can? Are you not smoking, right? So all of those things help really keep your telomeres long and healthy. And then you have products like isogenesis that will even further help to support those telomeres. And then also you are what you eat, right? So then we just talked about this, and the fact of the matter is we are living in a very busy society. It's very easy to get food, and unfortunately a lot of times we grab the choices that aren't maybe the best choices. And it leads to this issue of our bodies are overfed, yet they're undernourished.
That's a great way to put that.
And the nutrients are missing in so much of the food that we're eating. And just to put it in perspective, in the 50s, you could eat one bowl of spinach and get all of the vital nutrients and minerals that you needed in that one bowl of spinach. In 2007, and this is a long time ago, by today's it's 2019, right? So in 2007, it would take 51 bowls of spinach to get the same amount of minerals that it did with one in the 50s.
And the last 12 years, it hasn't gotten better.
It's gotten better, and it definitely has not gotten better.
And then also look at that graphic in terms of all the things that in a glass of water that you're getting from the tap. Pesticides, lead, germs, arsenic, rocket fuel is in the water that we're drinking. So we're undernourished and we're toxic.
Yeah. And when it comes down to it, your body thrives when it's in an alkaline state. And with all of the things that we're bombarded with, our bodies are bombarded with, most people are in an acidic state. So the goal is to get, if you look at that alkaline chart there on the left, you want to have a neutral pH, which is around 7. And that means the body is in balance. It's in homeostasis. And that is what we're going to talk about tonight, helps you get into that alkaline state. And I will tell you, cancer cannot thrive in an alkaline state. So it should be everyone's goal to be as alkaline as possible. And we're going to talk about that. So the what and the why.
Yeah, and I mean, with us discussing this company, these products, Isagenix. I mean, it really started for me as a weight loss issue. I really wanted to take off a few pounds, but then I discovered with getting this great nutrition in my body, and I wasn't doing everything that we're talking about here originally, but just by replacing the meals, I was getting those into my body with some of these meal replacements that Isagenix provides. I was just feeling better, and as Rebecca was asking about, I was performing better in my fitness and recovering. And we found ourselves, again, we didn't know anything about the company when we first started using the products, just partnered with a wonderful company started by Jim and Kathy Coover and John Anderson, who has an impact, whose vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain. And and what are they doing? They're just providing us with great food to fuel our bodies.
Absolutely. And we just have to say this, results are going to vary from person to person. We know that, right? So just a little disclaimer there. We always have to put that in there. But it all really starts with these solutions. Isagenix has solutions for all of these things, right? But if I were to tell you that you need to do a complete lifestyle overhaul right now, you'd probably just say, no, I'm not ready for that.
and we find that most people are more effective starting with something simple.
It starts with building the foundation.
And that's what we're looking at here.
And that's building healthy habits that last a lifetime. And that is really the two simple things. We're all about simplicity, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The two simple things are these two products, and it's our Isoline Shake and the telomere support product for supporting healthy aging, Isagenesis. So that creates your foundation. I'm asking you,
one meal.
Can you replace one of your meals a day, preferably breakfast, with a superfood smoothie that tastes delicious?
Fantastic.
And take 4 capsules per day? Can you do that?
2 in the morning, 2 at night.
2 in the morning, 2 at night. And for most people, that is a solid yes, I can do that. And if you can do that, you're going to give your body such an amazing opportunity to thrive like the miracle that it is, right?
Absolutely, because you're getting the superfood nutrition, you're really nourishing your body with that meal replacement, and then you're giving your body the things that give it the best shot to keep those telomeres telomeres healthy. And there are wonderful studies behind isogenesis in terms of the dynamics of the body that truly demonstrate to themselves protecting those telomeres and giving those cells the best chance to continue to live and replicate themselves in the best fashion possible.
Absolutely. And the things that you might experience when you do this, just one superfood smoothie a day, 4 capsules a day, you might notice that your aches and pains diminish. You might notice that your cravings for unhealthy foods decrease. You might notice that your sleep is better. You might notice that your hormones stay more balanced. Recovery is better. You know, people talk about just all sorts of things that happen, you know, compliantly. I can't really talk about some things that have happened for us over the years using these products, but just know that I'll be 50 in October, and I feel better now than I did when I was 30.
And the great thing about this is that we're not asking anyone to deprive themselves of other, pleasurable eating experiences and such things, but getting these things in your body's going to get just wonderful fuel and the great supplements for telomere health that it's just not getting through any other way of fueling your body.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I don't want you to change anything your first month. I want you to just do this. Replace the one meal and take the 4 capsules. Don't change anything else.
And in one extreme change here, it's not so extreme that, ours is a nice basic change. But if that one meal that you are going to replace is what's currently fast and convenient, i.e. a fast food meal, but expensive and just certainly not nutritious and probably, just about as toxic as you're going to get, look at the change that you can make and go from those types of calories on the left to those on the right, and that cost from the left to the right. And you're not even talking about what our supplements can do for your telomeres.
Absolutely. And other options, as you start to get into this lifestyle, there are many other options. We have essential oils, we have skincare, we have other performance-based products for athletic performance, so many other things. And once you start leading a healthy lifestyle, your body's going to start craving other healthy things. It's pretty awesome. And yes, and so the ultimate goal is for us, to free people from physical and financial pain using our story, creating impact as much as we can, helping others, adding value, and then just real sustainable results, something that you can do forever.
And please, I love that one in the upper right-hand corner, just positive thinking. Feel good. Yes. And just, consider it a victory every time you're getting into these bad thoughts and making things challenging for yourself. If you just flip that switch to something positive in any way, shape, or form, give yourself credit for that.
Absolutely. So let's talk about cost of this. The Forever Pack, which is what this is, the 1 isoline shake a day and the 4 capsules per day, $163.97. You guys, it's what, $5 a day, I think?
Yeah. For a whole month. Yeah.
For a whole month. And then we have a $29 wholesale membership fee, which is kind of like a Costco membership.
Yeah.
You basically gives you wholesale pricing on all of the products. And
keep in mind, you guys, that's what I didn't know about that. And I was paying 30% more for a couple of years using these products. And I didn't question it because I was so happy with the results.
Yeah. So that was, don't be like Nick.
I didn't know. Yeah. But then we can help you with that. But then
also with the $29 membership fee for the first 10 people who decide to get started on the Forever Pack, we're going to give you till Tuesday. But the first 10 people who decide to get started on this system, you're going to get your $29 membership fee waived.
And that doesn't matter who invited you to this. Whoever invited you to, you reach out to them, let them know, hey, I do want to get started with the Forever Pack or the system of my choice, and then ask them to reach out to us, and we'll provide the code to you guys to get you started.
Yeah, absolutely. And another cool thing is if you want to get it for free $99, which who doesn't want free? Basically, we know that doing things together with friends is really fun for one thing, and then also it helps with accountability when you have an accountability partner or partners helping you with this. You help 2 friends get started, you earn $170 back immediately.
And the neat thing that Isagenix has done, and this isn't something for me and Tara, is when you indicate that you're ready to help get 2 friends started, they will give you 2 free enrollment codes so you can help them get started and waiving that $29.
Absolutely. And then if you help your 2 friends get started, or help them get 2 friends started, then you can earn an additional $450. So if you want to learn more about that side of things, definitely let us know. We're happy to show you how to do that. It's been a game changer for us. Just being able to impact people and do what we love and stay healthy in the meantime is pretty awesome.
And there's a great culture around here. We're going to be experiencing that this week in Nashville. Carrie's going to be there with us, and others. I need to get over and look on the chat and see who else is with us.
I know. So let's look. Just wanting to look, see if we have any questions. What questions do you have, you guys? Let's see.
Okay, the Isagenesis with the vitamins is great. The Isagenesis alone is the Isagenesis is my go-to supplement, and I do like to take the AM and PM pack, which gets the 2 Isagenesis that we're talking about in the morning and the evening.
Absolutely. Let's see. I think I see all the questions here.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Cool.
Yeah. So if you do have any questions, I'm going to be sending out the replay to this in just a little bit as soon as it uploads. If you have questions, if you'd like to get started, be sure and get back with the person who invited you to the webinar, and make sure that they know that we have free membership codes for you guys to get started to waive that $29. That saves you $29 right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
And we look forward to hearing from you guys. If you don't have any more questions, we'll let you guys get on with your Sunday evening. No, we'll see you. Yes, we'll see you next week, Carrie, in Nashville.
Okay, y'all. All right, good night.
Good night. Take care.
Bye.